One of the most impactful ballot initiatives all Colorado voters will see is the open primary and ranked choice voting measure, and it would overhaul how we conduct elections in the state. So how would all this even look and work in practice? Right now in Colorado, we have semi-open primaries. If you're unaffiliated, you can vote in either the Republican or Democratic primary. Under an open primary system, all candidates would appear on one ballot. It doesn't matter if you're unaffiliated or not, everyone would vote on the same ballot. And then under the ranked choice voting system, the top 4 vote getters would move on to the general election in November. So yes, theoretically, that could mean 4 Republicans, 4 Democrats, or 4 non-major party candidates advance. Just depends on the will of the voters. Now, once the general election comes, you can rank the candidates from 1 to 4. Once the ballots are tallied, if nobody has a majority of the votes, that's 50% plus 1, then they are retabulated. The bottom vote getter is eliminated. If you picked them as your top choice, then your second place pick is then counted. And this cycle continues until there is a majority winner. It could mean only one tabulation. It could mean multiple. And no, you don't have to rank all 4 candidates. But then your vote could be thrown out if your top choice is eliminated. Opponents say this hurts the parties, major and minor, and some fear they'd have to move too far to the center to appeal to voters and make the ballot. But it's those very same reasons that supporters say this overhaul is needed.
Colorado has changed in the last 10 years. The electorate has changed. We went from a third in the electorate to now nearly 50% of the electorate are unaffiliated voters.
Dick Wadhams is the former chair of the Colorado Republican Party. He says he's still a partisan Republican, but supports the ranked choice voting and open primary ballot measure, which many say would lessen the power and influence of the 2 major party system.
I think it will rejuvenate the Republican Party. Frankly, it will rejuvenate the Democratic Party because it will force candidates to respond to this new reality of an open primary.
But not all Republicans agree with him. In the ongoing leadership battle within the Colorado GOP, Dave Williams and his faction are against the measure. Meanwhile, Eli Bremer, the interim chair claiming he now runs the party, is more cautious.
I'll let people make their judgment on that unless it's something that the committee decides as a body that they want to support or oppose.
And there are minor and third parties against the proposal as well, like the Green Party, which supports ranked choice, but not open primaries, claiming they'll be locked out of the primary ballot by corporate candidates.
What you're going to find is those who have access to those resources and those who are interested in protecting their corporate interests, they're going to fund the candidates that best align with them.
But proponents like Dick Wadhams disagree.
If they can come up with a message that a lot of Coloradans can rally around, they'll be fine.
For the weekend, the Colorado Democratic Party voted in opposition of this measure. Other states like Nevada and Arizona will also be voting on similar initiatives this election.